Okay, friends and my dear students, let us talk about ratio and proportions today. Ratio and proportions have got various forms, but it's very easy, okay? Like when they say convert this ratio in simplest form. So first thing what you will do is you will cut this 0, 0. So 6 is to 4, both are even number, both will come in 2's table. So 3 divided by 2, 3 is to 2. If they say convert this in the simplest form, this is 3 kg 500 grams, this is only 3 kg. So what we will do, we will convert both of them to grams. This will be 3500 grams, this will be 3000 grams, and we will just reduce it again 0 0 0 0 cut, ending with 5, ending with 0, divisibility rule of 5. So 7 is to 6. Here, are these ratios in proportion? How will you decide whether they are in proportion or not? It's very simple. First, write that in form of ratio. I've written this in form of ratio. I'll write this also in form of ratio. This and this cut, this is 3. And this is also 12 3s are 36. So it is 3 is to 3. So that shows that they are in proportion. If you want to learn this, like there is something called as direct proportion. Are these ratios directly in direct proportion with each other? This is 4 upon 3 and 16 upon 12. Is 4, this is in direct connection. So see, if I do 4 multiply by 4 and if I do 3 multiply by 4, I get 4 4s are 16 and 3 4s are 12. What I did, I saw that in 4's table where does 16 comes. So 4 times 4, whatever you do in numerator, same treatment you need to give in denominator. Whatever you do in denominator, same treatment you need to give in numerator. So if numerator I have multiplied by 4, I need to multiply my denominator also by 4. So it is 4 times 4 is 16, 3 times 4 is 12. So yes, they are in direct proportion. Now in this, if suppose I am multiplying this 2 by 3, because in 2's table where does 6 comes, 3's are. I need to multiply this also by 3. Then it will be 12 by 6. So no, that's not possible. They are not in direct proportion. If suppose I go in this context, in 4's table where does 20 comes, 5's are. And in 2's table where does 6 comes, 3's are. So see this, they are different. It has to be same like this. They both are different. So they are not in proportion. Are they in proportion? No. They are not in proportion. Now there is something called as inverse proportion. What is inverse proportion? One person takes 7 days to pick apples. Same work by how many days 7 people will take to complete this work. I will just erase this so that there is place over here. What is the question? One person takes 7 days to pluck apple. One person takes 7 days to pluck apple. Okay. How many days 7 people will take to pluck this apple? Now see, this is the basic logic sense that more the people, they will be finished, work can be completed in lesser days. So if I will do 7 cross multiplication, 7 times 7, it is 49 days. My days are not getting reduced. So what will I do? I will inverse this. I will take 7 up and I will take 1 down. So 1 now cross multiplication. 1 times 7 is 7 and opposite side will be always divided. So 7 divided by 7 is 1 day. है ना? 1 day आ गया यहाँ पर. Similarly, let us try another example. 10 people take 4 days to pick up pear or pluck pear. How many days will be taken by 4 people to complete this same work? Okay. Over here, more people, less days. Now number of people has reduced. They have gone down. So if I do straight away, 4 times 4 is 16 divided by 10 is 1.6 days. Number of people has gone down. So definitely number of days will increase. So I will inverse my day, this. I will put 4 up and I will put 10 down. So 10 times 4 is 40 and this will be divided. So answer is 10 days. Are you all understanding the inverse proportion? Less people, number of days will be taken, definitely more. More people, number of days will be taken, definitely less. So that is called inverse relation. Okay. Now let us do third proportion. What does third proportion means? Third proportion is, for example, if there is a ratio in terms of A is to B is to C, this C and this A are called extremes. They are called extremes and this is called mean. Okay, if A is to B is to C, there are three proportions. There are three proportions. How will you present this? It will be presented like this: A upon B is equal to B upon C. Okay, so in the similar manner, they have said that we have to find third proportion over here. So that means this is A, B, C. So it will be like this: A upon B is equal to B upon C. Okay, so it will be like this: 25 by 45, because my A is 25, B is 45 and C is X. I have to find C. A upon B is equal to 45 upon X, because so now this will be like this: 25x cross multiplication, that will become 25x, and this also cross multiplication is equal to 45. Correct? Okay, now what we will do? We will simply variable on one side, numbers on another side. I will just get this 25 down, because here it is in form of multiplication. Multiplication when goes on another side becomes division. So I have taken it in division form. 5 5s are 25, 5 9s are 45, 5 9s are 45. So can I say my x is equal to 81? X is equal to 81. So what is my third proportion? It is 81. Now in case of fourth proportion, how it goes? Fourth proportion is like this. If there are three ratios, A is to B is to C is to D, then in case of fourth proportion it is like this: A upon B is equal to C upon D, right? Now we know this is A, B, C, D. So fourth proportion means A upon B is equal to C upon D. So I will take this as 24 upon 72 is equal to 27 upon X. Now simple cross multiplication. So with 24 X will come. Correct? With 24 X will come. So 24 times X, and with 72 it will be 24 times X, and with 72 when goes on the numerator it will be 72 times 27. Again same thing, variables on one side, numbers on another side, multiplication when goes on another side becomes division. 3 8s are 24 and 3 9s are 27, 8 9s are 72. So X is equal to 81, right? X is equal to 81. So we have got our fourth proportional as 81. Now there is something called as nth proportion. You have to find nth proportion. Okay, find 1 is to n. It's very easy. Just go as per the logic and your things will become easier. Gavin made one juice which was in the combination of orange is to pineapple. So he made a combination of orange juice is to pineapple juice in this ratio 1 is to n. So now, and in the proportion he made in this proportion 2 is to 7 ratio. Okay, I want my answer in this proportion 1 is to n. So what will I consider? I will consider my orange as 1. Okay, because they have said 1 is to n and he has made juice in form of orange is to pineapple juice. So his orange will be 1 and his pineapple will be 7 by 2. We will take orange down. So it will be 1 is to 3.50. Okay. Similarly, Matt makes the juice in the combination of Orange juice is to pineapple juice 3:1. Find 1:n. So this again same, it will be 1. And this pineapple juice will be 10 divided by 3. So when you reduce, it will be 1.3, 3.33. Who has used more proportion of pineapple juice? Which person has used more proportion of pineapple juice? He has used 3.50 proportion of pineapple juice. And he has used 3.33 proportion of pineapple juice. So who has used more proportion? Gavin has used more proportion of pineapple juice. Easy. Next. Amount of 160 to be distributed among two friends in the ratio of 3:8. 3:8. Matlab this is first friend and this is second friend. Okay. So what is the ratio for first friend? It is 3. And for second friend, it is 5. So what will be the proportion for first friend? 3/8 times 160, because this amount has been distributed in this proportion. So how much first friend is getting? 60. What will be the proportion of second friend? Same thing, 5/8 into 160. We already know that this is 20. So second friend will get how much? 5 times 20, which is 100. Always remember, in IPM it's okay if you all don't follow steps, but in case of school, if you all will not follow steps, your marks will be deducted. So just drill this in your mind. Steps are very much important in case of your school exams. Okay, now maths and scales is another form of ratio and proportion. That is, always remember, maths means what? Regular scales means what? My distance will be always calculated in terms of kilometers. But if I want to represent this distance on the map, my distance will be represented in terms of centimeters, right? Because on map, your distance will not be actual. It will be in form of scale. It will be, and your scale's measurement is centimeters. So always it will be in terms of centimeters is to kilometers. So for example, this question, 1 centimeter is to 4 kilometers. If actual distance is 52 kilometers, distance between cities on map is what? So see, my map scale is 1 centimeter is to 4 kilometers. They have said actual distance is 52 kilometers. So actual distance is 52 kilometers. What will be my distance on map? I have to find distance on map. So I have to find my distance in centimeters. So cross multiplication again, 52 times 1 is 52, and this will be always divided. Opposite number is always divided. So 52 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4, 3s are 12. So my, on map, it will be represented in terms of 13 centimeters. Are you all with me? Correct? Next question. They have said on map it is 1:75 lakhs. Our distance is always in terms of centimeters is to kilometers. So let us see how we will do changes in this question. They have said 1:75 lakhs. Okay. Distance is always in terms of what? It is always in terms of actual distance is always in terms of kilometers. On map, my scale will be in terms of centimeters. So I have said that we will be always representing in terms of centimeters is to kilometers. Correct? So this is 1:75 lakhs. Can your kilometer be this big? No. So what we will do first, we will convert our kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So if I want to go from kilometers to centimeters, it will be 1 kilometer is equal to how many centimeters? So meters ka 1000 we will take and centimeters 100 we will take. So it is 1 lakh. So first thing what I will be doing is 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh centimeters, or you can say 100,000 centimeters. Okay, 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh centimeters, or you can say 100,000 centimeters. Then what will be 75 lakh kilometers, or you can, just write it like this. No, we will be converting this, right? Yeah, so what will be, this is definitely, it is not kilometer, it is quite big, so it is definitely centimeters. Okay, so it is 7,500,000 centimeters. 7,500,000 centimeters. So if 1 kilometer is equal to 100,000 centimeters, what will be 7,500,000 centimeters? So you just have to convert this, divide by this. So it is 75 kilometers. Now we have got this as 75 kilometer. So now this will be my actual scale, 1:75 kilometers. So what they have said, on map what will be 5 centimeters? We have to just find 5 centimeters on map will be how much? Not on map. On map this distance is 5 centimeters. What will be the actual distance? So actual distance will be what? 5 into 75, which is 75 into 5, which is 375 kilometers. So kids, just do very much logically this whole concept, and it's very much simple. Okay, do not get confused. Apply your logics very well. Bye, sweethearts. Thank you.